Okay, let's try this again, because I'm still getting used to all this, keep in mind. But I'm back with another statue review from good people at Diamond Select Toys. I'm a fan of Predator. Predator is a classic movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger. You know, it's gone on to achieve such pop culture success. There's Predator. You know, in the comic book world, there was Aliens Predator. Archie fought the Predator. I mean, Batman fought him. I don't remember if I already said that. Batman fought aliens too, because that always works. Superman fought the aliens too. I can't remember if he fought the Predator. There were Predator movies, of course. There was a Predator. Predator 2. I like Predator 2 the best, I'm not going to lie. Then there was Predators. That's a good movie. Then that last one, Predator 4, I guess, whatever it's called, The Predator. That wasn't too bad. Aliens, Predator movies, kind of are what they are. You got to take them with a grain of salt. But I always like the Predator. It's always neat to have Predator stuff in your house. And there's been a lot of Predator pieces. NECA makes a lot of Predator figures. Sideshow has, I believe, Sideshow or XM has made a couple Predator statues. Diamond Select Toys, my guys, have made a few Predator statues that are easy to collect. There's a couple of them. This one I'm going to show you today, because I've already unboxed it, is the Predator 2 City Hunter. And you can see this is one slick looking piece. It's done like the poster, you know, where he's on that little edge of the building. You know, he's holding up the head with the skeleton. He's, excuse me, he's got his staff. He's even got his little gimmick here. Just kind of hangs with a rope. This is a really, really good looking piece. I'm going to put it on the, excuse me, I'm going to put it on the turntable here in a second, let you take a look. But here's a little known fact. Predator 2, which Arnold did not come back for, of course, starred Danny Glover. Originally, they wanted to cast Steven Seagal in Predator 2. That's a true story. You can read about it on the website, www.hardcoregraveyard.com. Steven Seagal was almost cast. The producers and directors felt it would have been a little corny with him. Maybe they saw how he would run from the Predator or to the Predator. That would kind of corn it up. But, you know, he was a big deal back in the day. He was, they even talked about him for Batman at one point, right after Above the Law, because, you know, that was a pretty good hit. He had a great string of action films. People now, unfortunately, kind of know him now as kind of a clown. But back in the day, I mean, he was a hot commodity, and I guess they wanted him for Predator 2. Predator 2 took the story. I think one of the reasons I liked it a little better, they took the story out of the jungle and to the streets of LA. So it gave it a little more to do. You had Glover and his team, and you had pre-lunatic Gary Busey, you know, studying the Predator. You know, the Predator's, you know, he's hunting. There's gangbangers. There's a voodoo gang, a regular drug gang. The Jamaican voodoo posse, that's Seagal's gang. He took them out by himself, though. Glover was the maverick renegade kind of cop, wasn't too old for that shit. And you know, the Predator's taking out members of his team because he's hunting. Danny Glover tracks him down, hunts him. He's a little nice little alien Predator nod. Didn't achieve the success or the critical acclaim of the first one, but like I said, I'm a big fan of Predator 2. I like it a lot better. That's why I'm really proud to display this Predator 2 City Hunter statue. And if you guys want to hang on for a minute as I look here, I'm going to go put this on the turntable. Let's get a look at it. But let's get a quick look at some of the statues that Diamond Select Toys has to offer. All right, here we go. There he is, the Predator, City Hunter Predator. Let's take a look. Let's see if we can zoom in a little bit here. Let's take a look at that Predator's mask. Sorry as I readjust this. You know, it's completely covered. It's got that red tint. Could be from his cloaking, but I like to think it's blood of no doubt no doubt some dead person. He's a predator hunter, and the way they did this design, he's very battle damaged. He's got the etched in eye visors, great combination of grays and blacks, and it's got like a rust-like red with just a touch of a shine to it. It gives it that metallic look, yet it's still really filthy. You can see where it's sculpted by where his jaw outline would be, which is really nice. You know, he has the block on the front, right in the top. That looks good. Hanging from this helmet, you can see are the trademark dreadlocks. They're all wrapped together in gold ties. The top, again, toward the bottom. They come out of the copper-colored opening in the helmet. And, you know, like the rest of them, they're covered in blood red tint. I mean, this is a thing is a dead ringer for its film counterpart.
A slight turn of the head makes it look a little ominous. He's got that shoulder armor, although it's covered a bit in this shot. It's got that nice tint to it. Just looks really good. If we move down a little bit to kind of more of the body, you can see. Sorry, I'm working on getting a new camera. It's that classic half armored, half netted costume. If you look really close, you can see under the netting is the Predator's markings. They're like painted on the skin on the right side, under the chest, kind of down the stomach. The netting on this thing looks fantastic. Like you can see slight variations of the Predator muscles underneath it. I mean, the Predator, of course, is an alien, so his skin color is going to be different than ours. So instead of a flesh color, it's more of a combination of brown, a faint orange, touches of white. It's a snake-like skin, and this thing really captures it. His necklace is going to hang down, as you can see, like it's a real necklace. It's a cool touch, the way, and it makes it stand out. That leather-style brown codpiece blends into the brownish-gray quad armor, perfectly detailed right down to the buckle. You can see how all the armor on the outfit matches from this shot. And this is a great-looking piece. You can also see, to go along with the theme of fresh kill, that it's got that, real blood-type tint to it. Before I start spinning it around, I'm going to show you the base. Let's tilt the camera down here. I like that. I mean, that's, of course, the circular thing is the turntable. Base is neat. It's like a rooftop perch. It's dirty gold, almost copper. You can see all the pillar designs and the outlines sculpted throughout it. It's kind of done to emulate that classic scene in the second film where the Predator's on that perch howling into the night sky. It's done to be very dirty, almost filthy. Scuffs, scratches throughout. You also get a good look at the Predator's foot, actually feet. It's got the leather knee pads underneath the armor, as well as the armor plating by the toes. And this thing flows perfect. You can even see the black toenails on his feet. I mean, this is just good quality from top to bottom. Let's get it spinning so I can talk about the rest of it. All right, now we got him spinning a little bit. This thing really is blood-soaked. You can see that the Predator's hand, it's reaching up into the sky as it comes back around. It's holding the head of its fallen prey. Every finger on this thing is individually sculpted. It's covered in blood as he's grabbing that spine. It's completely skinned. It's drenched in blood. I mean, the head and spine are just incredible to see. Every bone and fragment is just sculpted perfectly. Pay no attention to all the movies behind it. You can see all the chips, the cracks, the lines throughout it. I mean, the head's a head with no skin, but you can see all the jaw features in it, the eyes, the cheeks, you name it. There's no skin, it's just blood drenched. It's aimed above the Predator head, so I assume the blood is just drained down, and that's what's kind of drenching him into that red color. As we go to the side shot here, as it spins around, you can see the armored hand. The first one's reaching into the sky. I mean, it looks really good, but here you get a look more so now. Take a look at his weapons. You can see his claws. Like the forearm piece of the weapon as it's coming around here looks really good. It's sculpted to show the alien technology that makes this his weapon of death. Every marking is etched in. It's shaded. Looks like it could be real. It's strapped on right underneath the brown leather armbands. Blades stick out a little bit past the knuckles. They're sculpted to give them a real rugged, etched look as opposed to that sleek blade style. Because if you look at the shoulder area of the skin, you can see some of the black dots as well as an almost scaling look around his biceps, which is kind of why I always give it a snake comparison. I like the subtle touch of having the hand clenched into a fist because it gives the impression that you're about to be stabbed by these blades. To make matters worse for the victim, he's also got the big spear in his hand. I like the design of that too. I mean, it's clearly made of alien metal, but the design itself almost looks like a bone. You can see every vent and shaft in this weapon sculpted to perfection. You can see that alien style designs in the handle. Like the rest of the piece, it's covered in that red tint. As he's coming around again, the back view shows off a lot of little details that went into the piece. You get a good view of those dreadlocks with all the gold banding, silver and the red. Looking toward the bottom, you can see the flap of his cod piece. I mean, this thing is painted to look exactly like scratched up leather. If we can get it down here a little bit. Yeah, take a look at that cod piece. That doesn't sound too good. You know, this thing has a great look with especially all the stuff on his outfit. It's a little various shades of brown. It's etched with the cracks, so it has that really old, worn out look. It's a really great touch, and it looks identical to a real piece of leather. Now, see, unlike the jungle outfit, the back of this one features a great amount of armor on the back connected to the shoulder. Back connected to the shoulder. I mean, this is a fantastic piece to add to your collection. I love the fact Diamond Select made the awesome original Predator. Now they've made the Predator 2 City Hunter. You know, I hope they make more Predators, to be honest with you. I mean, there's so many styles that we've seen throughout the course of the films. I mean, this one's a must own. You know, you got to have it front and center. I would recommend picking this one up right away if you can find it. I'm going to throw a link in there. You know, I think this is a great piece. I hope you like it. Let's go back for a quick final word.
Okay, so there you have it. Predator 2, City Hunter. You can still purchase him. He's getting a little trickier to find, but I've got some links. Like I said, this thing, I mean, let's look at that skull. Yeah, I mean, this is just, forgive me, it's a really neat looking piece. I mean, they even got the dreads and everything going, the spinal thing. I like the little gimmick. I don't know why I like it so much, his little bone thing. I think just because it hangs like a purse. I mean, you can see they've even detailed the legs. I mean, everything. Like I said, you saw this on the turntable. This is a really good looking piece. And like I've always said, Diamond Select, they like to make their stuff for, you know, people on the budget. This piece is going to run you, probably now, probably be able to pick it up for right around 50, maybe a couple bucks under. Like I said, it's the Predator 2 City Hunter. It is a really, really good looking Predator piece. I have it next to my Jungle Predator that they also made. Actually, he's not right next to it. I have Jungle Predator. Here, I can tell you. Look, Jungle Predator, Alien Venom, Lady Death, Harley Quinn, Lady Wolverine. I think that's her name. I forget. I don't keep up on that comic book. Comic Accurate Shazam, Savage Land Rogue, Angelica from Spawn, and then this guy completes it. I thought I had Dawn up there, but I don't. I do have some Dawn statues. I've got a lot of statues. So if you want to see some other statues, you know, please let me know. Currently in the midst of a remodel, so a good handful of more videos are going to be taking place on the couch. But, you know, with the new house and everything, we've got more space, so I'll have a lot better setup here pretty soon. I'm just, well, I'll be honest, I'll show transparency. I'm waiting for my new desk to come in, which should be hopefully within the next week or so. I ordered it. But I digress. Predator 2 City Hunter. It's a top-notch piece for collectors that don't want to spend a ton of money and that still want something really good, really high quality. It looks awesome. Like I said, there's other pieces. I proudly display this one. I'd really recommend picking it up. Like I said, I've got a link in the description. Go ahead and pick this one up today.